Howdy Tabletop RPG fans, thank you for supporting this channel. I'm Wrangleme, Grand Poobah of Game Design, and this Reviews Day topic is the Knave RPG. I've already made a video for Maze Rats, a previous game by Ben Milton, aka Questing Beast. Knave is Ben's contribution to OSR, Old School Revival or Old School Renaissance. These modern RPGs pay tribute to the classic 1970s and early 1980s Dungeons & Dragons games, especially the original white box, basic, expert, and early advanced editions. Ben calls Knave a rule set toolkit for running old-school fantasy RPGs without classes. Originally published in April 2018 as version 0.2, to Ben's Patreon supporters, and then a 7-page 1.0 version on itch.io and DriveThruRPG in August 2018. Every PC is a knave, a tomb-raiding, adventure-seeking ne'er-do-well who wields a spellbook as easily as a blade. There is a ton of original D&D content readily available to players and dungeon masters in the form of bestiaries, campaign settings, adventures, magic, spell lists, and much more. So OSR games borrow the flavor, dungeon crawling tactics, and dangerous sensibilities of these classic RPGs with streamlined and quick-to-play rules. There is no artwork. This is as bare bones as you can get. Knave comes in a PDF with a character sheet along with a Microsoft DOCX file. It uses the liberal Creative Commons license, encouraging other designers to use its rules and mechanics in their own games. Throughout the rules are scattered designer notes where Ben explains his reasoning and thoughts while proposing certain rules or systems. Knave has certain key improvements from classic OSR rules. No classes. Each character is a knave and they can be fighters, spellcasters, and rogues. Inventory slot-based skills and spells. 2 magic systems, both based on spellbooks from the inventory slots. Knave Game Pillars, the first section where Ben explains the design goals he set out to achieve. Then comes character creation as a 4-step process using classic 6 ability scores with some interesting variations. Traits is a collection of 11 1d20 tables to give PCs unique personality, description, background, and alignment. Starting gear is a collection of 5 1d20 tables to generate starting equipment, including armor and some useful items. Item costs is a copper-based equipment list to purchase your own gear. Playing the game covers the abilities, item slots, saving throws, reactions, combat, stunts, combat advantage, critical hits, morale, healing, monsters, and advancement. The core mechanic being to roll a 1d20 plus an ability bonus and exceed the target defense value. Magic includes 2 systems, one for classic OSR spells and one for 100 level-less spells prepared in a nice long list in the rules, both cast from spellbooks once per day. Thanks is where Ben thanks his Patreon supporters and an old Google Plus group for DIY D&D, along with credits for 2 fonts he used in laying out the Knave RPG. The Knave character sheet is effectively broken into numeric values, character description, and item slots inventory. Numeric values include the 6 classic D&D ability scores. Defense is the lowest die rolled on your stat, plus 10, and the bonus is just the lowest die. Armor is effectively your armor class, but adjusted to work properly with the core game mechanic. And then current and max hit points. Character description includes the character name, experience points, level, and room for portrait and the results of those personality description and background tables. Lastly is the item slots inventory. Based on your strength score, you may carry a certain number of items, and this limits the skills and spells that a Knave character can do. I believe that Knave has captured a lot of hearts and minds, and it's a terrific rules light system, perfect for that old school flavor from the retro past. Because of the open nature of the license, Ben has already inspired a great number of add-on rules, supplements, and variations on Knave that are shared on various websites including itch.io and personal blog sites. I have always played D&D as a multi-class experience, freely moving from class to class, so I appreciate Ben's no-class variation. I also have never liked the way that spell levels or spell slots work in these retro rules and feel inspired myself by this Knave adaptation to the OSR spellcasting, especially the levelless spells, which I've used in my own RPG designs for over 10 years. This episode is brought to you by Kaboomkin, the smaller, faster, funnier RPG of cartoon, fairy tale, post-apocalypse mayhem. It's time to blow stuff up. Get it now at www.kaboomkin.com. Thank you all for watching this episode. Hit like, subscribe, or ring the bell, or Booger will get you. If you want to see more videos like this, go to hopspush.com and buy an RPG or t-shirt. Do good, annoy evil, and bye-bye.